Hey guys, welcome back to Tea with Pu-Erh. My name is Pu-Erh, and today we have a special episode for you guys, brewing raw Pu-Erh tea. Now you might be thinking, what is Pu-Erh tea? What makes Pu-Erh tea different from the greens, the blacks, the oolongs, the whites, and the yellows is that Pu-Erh tea has been fermented. All tea leaves will go through the process of being picked, oxidized, and then dried, but then Pu-Erh tea has that extra step which is called fermentation. In this step, bacteria is added to the leaves which then ferments the tea for years to come. As you can imagine, the tea leaves will change quite a lot during this process. The color, the aroma, the texture, and most importantly, the taste will all change. Now, the tea I have over here is raw Pu-Erh from the Menkai County of Yunnan, China. You'll notice that all Pu-Erh teas actually come from the Yunnan province, similar to all champagnes coming from the Champagne region of France. This specific raw Pu-Erh was produced in 2006, meaning that today it's 14 years old. So, as you can see right here, this is tea that's in a solid disc shape. This is called a tea cake, and what it is, it's just tea that has been compressed into this shape. This makes it a lot easier to transport as well as store. Now that you know what this is, let's move on to the brewing process. So for our 200 milliliter infuser, we are going to need about 12 grams of Pu-Erh tea. For that, we're going to use something called a tea pick. If you guys can see, it kind of looks like a pointy screwdriver. And all we're going to do is poke into our cake and then pull up to remove some of the pieces. Alright, we now have 12 grams in our infuser, so we can wrap our tea back up. We are now ready to start brewing. Alright, so because our tea has been sleeping for nearly 15 years now, our rinse will have to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to raise the temperature of the water to 90 degrees Celsius, and the rinse will last about 10 to 15 seconds. Alright, our rinse is now done. We can now move on to infusion number 1. Pu-Erh tea should be brewed somewhere around 95 to 100 degrees Celsius, but for my first infusion, I'm going to go at 100 degrees Celsius and I'll brew it for 20 seconds. Okay, our water has now reached 100 degrees Celsius. We're going to pour it into our infuser. And then wait about 20 seconds. We have a nice bronze orange color. Make sure all that water is out. And now we're gonna smell our lid. I'm getting nice fruity, mild orange notes from the lid and now from the leaves. Here I'm getting darker, almost like cigar, mild cigar notes with smoked wood kind of smell. It's a nice smell, nice aroma. But yeah, now let's try our tea. We're just gonna let this cool for a few seconds. Getting dark, roasted caramel with a raisin note. It's a very, very complex taste. I'm feeling some of that citrusy notes as well. Yeah, those strong roasted caramel kind of almost coffee taste is really the strongest notes that I'm feeling right now. I'm used to Pu-Erh teas being a little bit sweeter than this, so what I'll do for my next infusion is slightly decrease the temperature to about 95 degrees Celsius and see what happens. Okay, our water is now at 95 degrees Celsius. We'll pour it in and then wait 20 seconds. All right. Okay, so the color is relatively the same. I'd say maybe a little bit more orange this time. Make sure all that water or the tea is out. Let's give our lid a smell. Now I'm getting a little bit more of those raisin, that sweet raisin notes that I really truly love about this tea, so hopefully we'll see that in the taste as well. Yeah, those notes are definitely coming out in the smell. Hopefully it is in the taste as well. So just give it a few seconds. Yeah, this is that nice, like just caramel covered raisin notes that I truly love about Pu-Erh tea. Super nice. Very smooth, rich taste. It's something completely different in the tea world. It really is a true experience. So if you do find yourself drinking some Pu-Erh tea, make sure you take your time to enjoy the moment. It's an experience unlike no other. Alright guys, we're on our 5th infusion now, and I think I hit the sweet spot. I lowered the temperature of the water to about 93 degrees, and I brewed it for about 32 seconds. And it tastes amazing. Those sweet raisin, citrus, caramel notes are just punching through now, and those dark roasted notes are there, but they're a little bit more in the background now, and they're not as bitter as they were in those first 2 infusions. So I'm really enjoying this one. It's just great. Like, I think raw Pu-Erh tea is probably my favorite tea. It's my go-to. It's just so interesting with the different flavors you can get and how good it feels when you get that perfect spot that you want. But yeah guys, if you do have the opportunity to try raw Pu-Erh tea, I definitely recommend it. And with that being said, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.